Welcome back. Let's take a look at the karmic third party energy this week, which is looking incredibly juicy. It does look like these individuals do look like something's going down, and this could be within a karmic relationship. This also could be to do with the past tense individual. So there could be some shady energy going on. But I definitely see this overall energy. There's a lot of loss, there's a lot of moon energy. And there also could be something that is actually found out. So those that are directly in a karmic relationship could be something that the other person is actually hiding. And it also could be a gift. There could be some jealousy that's cropping up within the connection, which has been causing a lot of clashes. And I do feel the individual who's involved with this is actually quite protective of counterpart energy. Even though they might not outright do such, it's almost like a spur of the moment thing. It feels like something, some sort of a dig that's been made, and this person is actually getting pushed back in this circumstance. So this hidden gift, maybe they did actually look at the individual they were involved with as the hidden gift. But there's something that's hidden here. Yeah, this is to do with a connection. This is an ending of a connection. It's something that's very heavily on their mind. This could be that they're going to have kind of this happen to them, or they're actually doing the breaking up. But this actually does feel like a breakup energy coming through in this read this week. And I think quite common, we are having a couple of transits that can signify such. More so post-eclipse energy more than anything. And I did say this about the April energy. As we do transition forward, we're going to see signatures of the eclipses, because we've had a bit of time to mull over those things. We've had a bit of time to sit with it, to convince ourselves otherwise of where we stand in these circumstances. Sometimes these things can happen to us. Sometimes we can actually take the initiative for it to shift. But I definitely think this is to do with a connection. There could be an interest they have. There also could be some missing of a person of the past. There's a lot of remembrance. They're wanting to come back to themselves. They do miss who they used to be. They could be questioning who they are, questioning, this remembrance of who they are, going back to the innocence of things. Yeah, a lot of past feelings are cropping up. This could be causing issues within a current connection. These could have been things, emotional, choppy waters, flights and the desire and the need for independence, but also a feeling of how they had wanted this karmic cycle, karmic relationship to be. Not that they would state outright that this is a karmic relationship, but the way they view it, wanting things, sort of the image we had versus what we received. It's like it feels as though an energy with this loss energy moving forward can be because they feel one individual in the mix is not doing what they need to do, and that they can feel it's kind of happening to them. Even though they're looking back and they're like, why didn't I see the writing on the wall? How is this? Could it be behaviors? Is it clashing? I think it's a whole lot of things. I don't think it's one given thing here. I definitely do not feel it's one given thing. We have the Nine of Hearts in reversed, and we've got the Enchanted Forest. Yeah, there's a lot of disharmony on the home front at this point. The values aren't matching. There could be a concern, especially for those that are living together. There's a concern, okay, what are we going to do with wealth? What are we going to do with assets? How are we going to share and divide things? Who's here for me? Who can I trust? There also could be a dissatisfaction point blanks around the way that they're living. Wow, okay. For some, they could have been holding out for a certain point, certain space, certain ideal. Although they still do have their eye on that goal, they're also realizing it's nothing like they had envisioned. Nothing at all. Some of them may want to go back to a different way of being. This can, like I said, it feels like it's happening very suddenly. This is something that is happening very quickly. Some of them could be feeling as though this person is really like sands through the hourglass. It's like falling through their fingertips. There's a lot of paranoia here. Something to do with the home truth is coming out. They have been feeling this way for a long time, but now it's about what they're going to do about this. It's like some of it they're making reference to the fact that this was at their own hand that this occurred. Placing pressure, needing to take a stand, it directly happening to them. Regardless, they're saying this was quite inevitable. This has actually forced this individual to heal and look in. They did think this was going to keep going. They really did. There was a lesson that was meant to be learned here. They just keep referencing difference in values. For some, they may have a secret liaison. Yeah, they're referencing a third party. This also could be the feeling that the karmic is having, that they feel like a third wheel, that the connection had broken down a long time ago within the connection. It's almost like there was a spiritual distance between both parties for the views and the values, where they saw things going. It just feels like two strangers. It really does. It's quite sad to see, but it really does feel like two strangers, in moving in opposite directions, having a lot of clashing, having differing of views. There has been some subjects around family really crop up. This could have been on either individual side, but they're saying it's, again, I keep getting the reference point 3, and we are in this third week energy. They're very strongly referencing at the third hour, 3 a.m. Definitely something to do with 3 here quite significantly. We will check in with this energy next week. I do think something's going down, especially relating to the outcome card, where this is where this person is realizing that there is unfinished business between masculine and feminine. And this person really was feeling, when they do take a step back, it's almost like they realize that there were some warning signs. There definitely were some subject matters that were popping off. Both parties here weren't really on the same page. And we definitely have them looking back to the past here. Some of them could be thinking about individuals of the past, who they used to be, wanting to get back to who they used to be, realizing how some of these things were brought up in an emotional sense inside of the connection. And this has been a long time coming. We will check in with the energy next week. I'd love to hear your feedback of how this relates and any juicy gossip through the grapevine. See you next week.